hover over any one of these and see them. Some of my realtor friends kind of prefer different charts to arrive at conclusions and make decisions. But also, again, you have the MLS data here, listing inventory, and stressed properties, and all the other stuff too, neighborhood information. All in one view, one place. All right, let's quickly go through a couple of different properties that have different kind of components to them.
What is that Q-score?
Thank you. I didn't talk about it, which I will now. Q-score is our attempt or concept to solve two problems, or two needs, I should say, not a problem. Agents and brokers are frustrated with going to multiple websites to gather the aggregate number of view of their listing. You have to go to Realtor.com, pull up a report, go to the IDX website that you have to pull up a report, and so on and so forth. What if we could bring it all together into one place for you? So you could have an aggregate view of how many times was that home viewed everywhere on the internet. We're trying to solve that. You smile, is that because you like that, or you're saying good luck doing that? Or maybe both, right? Yeah, maybe both. Actually, again, I think the technology's simple. It's a matter of commitment of all parties to willingness to do it. It's really a ticker that you can add in the address of that property. So everywhere the MLS sends that listing, because it's going to go through the MLS. Anyway, the IDX is through the MLS. Trulia, Zillow, if you have syndication, it's going through the MLS. So as long as Realtor.com through the MLS, as long as that ticker, that identifier is in the address, it's counting. That's all it is. It's a counter. So it brings it here. But again, it's a commitment of other parties who want to work with us on making it happen too. Yes?
Will you have the ability to automatically have that sent to your seller, unlike Realtor.com?
No. Maybe into the future, but anything that has delivery to consumer or consumer access and kind of view of this right now is restricted. You know, it needs to go through you. I mean, you could certainly share with them that information in different ways, but we don't want to quite automate it and get into that public side of it.
Well, you really wouldn't want it. You really wouldn't want to do that, because if you want to stay in control of the situation like you're the expert.
We got that feedback too. That, yeah, you want to see it before you send it. You don't want to just automate it. You want to be able to filter some information and kind of play that role. Yeah, we got that feedback too.
Yeah, those buyers can be smarter than they.
The other thing, Q-score, is this. You think that was ambitious? You know, listen to this. 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine, Kellogg MBA graduate, highly analytical, he loves numbers, started working for a large broker in Southern California. And the first lunch meeting I had with him, I said, good luck, have fun. But he said, man, you know, I was thinking about this. What if we can dump in a bunch of data, gather data, and run some predictive analysis on which homes sell faster than others and why? Now, what if we can predict that? What if there's a way we can predict that? Like, wow. So if you come up with a formula that we can make that happen, I think you'll make your broker very happy. But I want to know about it too. So it was but the idea was there that if you have enough data to run the analytics on top of it, it's secondary, but you got to have the data. Since RPR, arguably is going to be the largest, most complete database in the nation, real estate related, you could now have the opportunity to run those kind of analytics on it that give you that Q-score, which tells you this home has a high probability, higher Q-score, popularity, whatever, to be sold faster than, say, a neighboring property. You like that? Complicated enough? Yeah, it's. I mean, eventually it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this develops. But that's the concept that we're toying with, based on the neighborhood, the track. And you know this; it exists in your mind. If you go into a neighborhood, you look at a specific builder track, you know that one is much more popular in this area than the other, right? You know. But what if there's a way to kind of have a reference point that helps you analyze that? That's the idea. that answer the Q-score question? Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so ABM was automated value.
Realtors valuation, RVM is Realtors valuation model, ABM is automated valuation model. All right, let's see. I lost my, the point where, okay, we'll go here. This one is an example of a property that is not listed for sale. It's just a parcel, that's why there's no list price. But you do have the photo and the remarks from when it was listed in 2008. We will keep, and the virtual tour. And I love saying this. We are working virtually with all virtual tour providers to begin not purging their database, because we're arguing that there's value for them to keep that there. Advertising. You want, hey, you know that this virtual tour company did the tour on this and it looks good and there's value to them. So we're encouraging them not to purge it. But if they do, we're looking at ways we can store it in our databases and keep it there. There's value in that. Naturally, you have the mapping and all those things available for you, and all additional data that we discussed, much like the one that was listed.